It's been a long time coming. I don't know if you can see, but as you can see, yes, we have a little one on the way. And that's what I'm here to talk to you guys about today. Because this was only by the grace of God. This was only God's will. So we're not going to start that yarn and stuff. But I guess we're going to start that yarn and stuff. Here come my cat. Listen. I remember, I don't want to cry because this is going to get very emotional, y'all. So when I first started this channel, it was March. Was it March? No. It was January. It was in January. I started this vlog in January. I think I would have to go back and look and see when my first video was, but I remember my first time recording a video for YouTube was, I had found that I was pregnant, and it was my 6-week appointment. It was my 6-week appointment, and it was my if you go back to the beginning, that was my very first vlog. And I was so excited. I was going to my 6-week appointment. I was coming on here to talk to you guys and let y'all know. Going to my appointment. We're going to get an ultrasound, hear baby heartbeat. And then I came back on here I came back on later to tell y'all that the baby didn't make it. I remember that like it was yesterday. It's so hard. It's so hard. And let me try to sit. Listen, this baby, by the way, I'm 5.5 months. I'll be starting my 6th month on Sunday. Sunday starts 6 months. Whew. When I say I prayed, God answers prayers, I am a living testimony, and I am proof that God answers prayers, because I found out I was pregnant January 28th. I remember, because January 28th is me and my husband's actual wedding anniversary. Wedding date. Because we actually woke up that morning, and was like, let's go get married. We went to Yorkies. Put on a dress. He put on dress pants and a sweater. Went to Yorkies. Got married. Came home. Took our clothes off. Ate lunch and took a nap. And I remember like, yo, my menstrual didn't come on this month. He like, babe, you know how yours get. Sometimes it's late. And I'm like, yeah, but I feel like I need to bring y'all a little closer. Hold on, let me... I wish I had like a remote to this thing, because the way the stomach be in the way, y'all. Alright, I think that's better. Alright, it's a little closer. But and I was, back to the story. So I was like, my menstrual didn't come on. He was like, you know how it be? Sometimes it be late or whatever. And I'm like, true. I was like, I'm going to take a test. He was like, babe, now remind you, I have been praying for a baby. I've been praying and praying. Me and my husband been together. At that time, it was 7.5 years. Because now it's 8.5, yeah. 7.5 years, and it was like I was praying. Like, I had a miscarriage when we first got together, but we were still, like, in the world. Like right now, you know I am saved. The Lord came and gripped me up and said, not mine. I don't drink no more. I don't smoke. I don't do nothing. I read my Bible. I go to sleep. I eat and cook and worry about my family. These are the things that I do now. So that night, I was like, I'm gonna take a test, and he like, don't, because you've been taking tests every month. Like, all it's gonna do is upset you. And I was like, you're right. You're right. Because I was praying, y'all. I wanted a baby. Like, yes, I have my stepdaughter, and she's special needs. And her mentality, her mindset, it don't go above, like, probably, I say 14. But she's 40. And it's like having a baby or having a little one. Like, because you get to dress them up and tell them what to do, and like a baby, like a little kid. I love that for me. I love that for her because she loves it. Like, that is my stink. That is my baby. That is my heart. But it's nothing like having a little teeny baby you can hold and feed the bottle and stuff like that. And that's what I wanted. And I'm like, Lord, I just want a baby. I'm almost 40. I want to be a mom. Like, I am a mom, but I want to be a biological mom. Like, I want my own child. You know, because it does come times where I tell her do stuff, and her dad be like, well, no. And I be like, but that's your child. You're right. You know, back to the story. And I'm going all over the place. But, so that night, I didn't take the test. And I was like, you know what? If it's not on by the morning, I'm going to take a test. So, morning came. Now it's the 29th. And my menstrual used to come on probably like the 17th, 18th. Here we are. You get what I'm saying? So, I wound up taking a test that morning, and I seen them lines, and I just cried. I was so excited. I was so excited. I took another one because I'm like, I can't believe it. So excited. And straight up, got on my chart. Hit my doctor up like, hey, I need to come in. Took a pregnancy test. It's positive. Go in. They tell me, like, yeah, you're pregnant. I'm so excited. And I didn't record that day. I kind of recorded the beginning of it, but then I never put it in a vlog or anything. So, alright. That was when I first found out I was pregnant. Now it's time for my 6-week appointment. And that was my first video. That was my first YouTube video. Because I got on here. If you go back and watch it, I was so excited, excuse me, to tell y'all about, you know, y'all, we about to have a little one. I'm so excited. This is my 6-week appointment. We're going to go see the ultrasound, blah, blah, blah. I came back later. And it was so devastated. I was happy my husband was there with me. Because when the doctor came in and was like, because when they did the ultrasound, like, we could see the baby. She like, this is the head, this is the, like, this is the, okay, this is the baby, whatever. And I remember not hearing a heartbeat. And I'm like, well, where's the heartbeat? And she was like, I don't know. She was like, I'm going to go get the doctor. This was my first time. Like, before I had a miscarriage, I had to be probably like a couple days. Because it looked like a little teeny egg that came out into the toilet. So, like, it wasn't, you know, wasn't that the first 2 times. So, when the doctor came in, she was like, you could, first of all, the girl who did the ultrasound, she was like, you can put your clothes back on. The doctor won't come in and talk to you or whatever. I'm like, that's it? She was like, well, the doctor have to talk to you or whatever. She was like, I just do ultrasound. The doctor have to talk to you. So I'm not thinking nothing of it. And I'm like, husband, you see our baby? And he like, yeah, I see it. And we were so excited and just smiling. And the doctor came in and was like, well, sorry to inform you, the baby doesn't have a heartbeat. Y'all, my heart shattered into a million pieces. Because what do you mean, what? I said, what? He said, there's no heartbeat. So There's a couple options. And this man just went on and talked like it was normal. And I get it, this is his job, and he does this all day. It was not the fuck normal for me. It was not the hell normal for me. And Mr. Wait a minute, what? Because he just went on and these are the options. You could take this and you could do this and we could do that. And it was like, what? And I'm like, I'll just take the pill. And because we had already had our Poconos trip, like we was leaving the next day. Or I think, yeah, that was on a Tuesday. We was leaving that Friday. I'm like, I'll just take the pill. And he was like, yeah, it'll just, you take the pill and it'll just come out by itself or whatever. So he was explaining all that to me. But I really wasn't hearing all that. I heard what I had to hear, but in my mind, my baby gone. I just start screaming to the top of my lungs. Like, get me out of here. Shut up. I told the man, shut the hell up. I don't want to hear shit he got to say. I was cussing him out like it's his fault. Like, I just lost it, and I just told my husband, like, get me out of here. Remind you, it's in January. I ain't putting no coat on or nothing. I just started walking to the door, like, get me out of here. Take me home. Take me home. And I just cried, and I cried, and I cried. Actually, my bad. I found out in January. This was in March. This was March 4th. The day of my appointment was March 4th that I found out. Now, like I said, we had our Poconos trip already planned, and I was like, because my husband like, we could cancel it, you need to stay home and rest, and I'm like, no, I'm not letting this stop me from having my fun. Like, it wasn't meant to be. Like, it's not God's will. When things happen to me, I'm learning to look at it like it wasn't God's plan. I don't look at it like, oh, it's the enemy attacking me, or like, woe is me, why? I don't question. I just say it's not God's plan. I'm learning to do that as I get older and I mature. And I was crushed. I was hurt. I stayed in the bed for 2 days. Actually, I came back on the camera that night and I told y'all. And I cried. I cried all day that day, but I cried when I told y'all. And I was distraught. I was finally about to be a mom. Finally about to be a mom. At 38, excited, about to be a mom. Because I am the only one that does not have kids in my family. Like, all my nieces, my nephews, my cousins, like, it's like, I'm the oldest of my little generation, and it's like everybody have kids, like 1 or 2 kids, and it's like I don't have none. And before I met my husband, let me tell y'all, I didn't want to be a wife. I didn't want to be a mother. I wanted to travel the world. I wanted to open up hookah bars. I wanted to be rich, and I wanted to be a millionaire, live in a condo, and travel the world. Those was my dreams. I met my husband, fell in love, and then I wanted all these things. I wanted to be a mom, and I wanted to be a wife. And I felt like once I got married, I'm like, all right, I had been changed my life. I stopped drinking 4 years before I got married. And no, it was 2 years before I got married. I stopped drinking, changed my life. I was still smoking cigarettes. I've been stopped smoking weed. I stopped smoking weed like probably a year into dating my husband, which is my husband now. A year, I stopped probably months. Alright, y'all, I had to clear up some space, so I am back, and I don't remember where I left off at, but I think I left off where we went, like, I told him I would take the pill or whatever. Came home, cried, slept, told y'all. Fast forward, we went on the Poconos trip. When I say I was in excruciating pain that whole trip, I was in excruciating pain that whole trip. And all I just kept crying like, my baby, my baby, my baby going, my baby going. It was so hard for me because at that moment in time, especially when I was in the Poconos and I was just bleeding and in excruciating pain. Like, it was cramps times 10. And I was in bed the whole damn trip, so it was like a waste. But anyway, March the 11th, let's fast forward. We come back home March the 11th. Now, for those who don't know, March the 11th is a day I don't want to say I hate, because God is teaching me not to use that word, but I despise that day. March the 11th is the day I lost my mother when I was 12 years old. So, March the 11th rolls around, and it's so ironic and crazy because on this day, I normally always call my sister and check up on her because she still takes it very hard. Me, I don't take it as hard no more because, like I said, I was 12 when I lost my mom, and I'm about to be 40 now. So I have healed. I had to do a lot of healing, like literally inside work on myself, and I thank God for that. I have God to thank for that because He has helped me get through a lot and become the woman that I am today. But I had called my sister. It was like 11, because I was in so much pain. My husband was asleep. No, my sister called me, matter of fact, because I didn't call her. Because I was dealing with what I was going through, basically the miscarriage. I was on and off the toilet the whole day. I was bleeding like a lot. I was throwing up. The pain was unbearable. It was so horrible. And my sister had called me. It had to be like 11:30. We was on the phone just talking. And I was sitting down here talking to her first. And I'm like, I feel like I got to the bathroom. I'm like, ooh. I was like, stay on the phone with me, because I'm scared. Like, I don't know. And she like, it's okay, boo-boo. This too shall pass. God is going to bless you with your little miracle. This was just him showing you, like, I have a baby for you, just not yet. And she was just talking so much positivity into me. And I was in so much pain. So I'm on TMI. I'm on the toilet talking to my sister, and I'm bent over. Like, I can't do it because of my stomach now, but I'm bent over. And I got my earbud in, and I'm just talking to her like, Eva, this hurt. I'm in so much pain. I just start screaming and crying. Next thing I know, I'm throwing up out my mouth and my nose. And she like, breathe. You have to breathe. And I'm like, I can't. I'm on the floor now. I done fell off the toilet. I'm on the floor. I'm crying. I'm like, Eva, I can't do this. I'm like, I can't do this. She like, you got this. Just push. And I'm like, I'm scared. What is this? And I'm crying. I'm like, I can't. And she was like, just breathe. I'm going to call you back in 5 minutes. Remind you. For those, again, who don't know, I lost my mom March the 11th at 12:01 a.m. On March 11th at 12:01 a.m., the baby came out into the toilet. And all I could think about was my mom. Like, wow. So here I am, losing another piece of me on this day at the same time. And I'm like, this is God. This is God's plan. Like, this is all His plan. And this is what He has for me. Like, alright, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Like, I can't do this again. Like, I'm not doing this or whatever. Let it go. I actually wanted to get in the shower after that because right after the baby came out, I started bleeding and everything. And it was just like, the pain went away, everything. I just felt so I'm like, alright, I gotta get in the shower. Get in the shower, get out, go to bed. Boom. Let it go. I move on with my life. Now, here it is. Summertime rolls around. I'm gonna have me a hot girl summer, blah, 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 all that. I really, I thought I was gonna have a hot girl summer, but God checked me that very next morning. I forgot how He checked me that next morning. He told me He wanted me to fast, so I started fasting and praying. And when I say I was in my Bible day in and day out, day in, day, lunch, breakfast, night, morning, afternoon, any thought, prayed, like I was in it to win it. Like, and I didn't know the reason why God had me like so focused. I had tunnel vision. I just know that like this is what he told me to do. And I was doing my fast. When I say I started fasting every month at this point. Right after that, you can ask my cousins. They like, oh my God, we can't go out to eat. We can't do nothing with you because you fasting again. You fasting again. I was fasting literally every month. I wasn't on the phone. I wasn't going out. I wasn't talking to them. I wasn't watching TV. I wasn't doing much. All I was doing was being in my Bible. It was me and God. I was locked in. We was locked in, like locked in, locked in. And that's where he had me at. I don't know. I do know because it was a lot of generational curses that I had to break. It was a lot of footwork I had to do. It was a lot of soul searching and soul work I had to do. And now that I'm sitting here today with my bundle of joy, baby H, and I am about to be 6 months pregnant, and now I know that God sent me that baby to wake me up. He needed my full attention. And that was how he got my attention. Like, I'm going to give you something you really want, but I'm going to take it from you because I need you to know that I am God. I am him, and I am the way. Because I thought by just praying every day that I was going to get what I wanted. And God said, there's a lot of things that I need you to work on. Because you cannot become the woman that I created you to be with these things still attached to you. People, places, things, habits. And it was like, I really had to soul search. It was so crazy how I didn't know I was breaking these generational curses because I was so locked in. I was in my Bible. I was in prayer. I mean, deep prayer. Everything. Listen, my cousins, my little circle, I started a family Bible study with all my cousins and nieces and did. Because I'm getting saved, everybody's getting saved. You attached to me, you're coming. You're getting saved. I bought everybody Bibles. I bought everybody daily devotionals, highlighters, the little sticky pads, pens, everything, prayer cards. I had little bags made for everybody. I mean, the Bibles, it's still the Bible that I use. Actually, me and my cousin Felicia, we still have Bible study. Like, she'll call me on a Friday night, and me, her, and her youngest daughter, which is I think 8, will have Bible study. But we still are all locked in, and I love that when we have conversations, like when I get on the phone with my cousins and them, we don't gossip. I love our conversations because we talk about God. We talk about what he done for us this week and the things he showed us this week and the things that we see change in ourselves. Like, we don't talk about the other family members. We don't gossip, and we just, like, we are so locked in and connected, and I love that for us. So this time around, when I found out I was pregnant, it was like, God, what? Nah. And it's so crazy because, like I said, I was locked in with God. So I wasn't taking pregnancy tests. I wasn't taking them every month no more. I wasn't doing it because, remember, after that situation, I gave up. Like, I'm not, it's God will, his way, whenever it's his plan. Like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it every month. I'm forcing it. That was making me sick the first time. So therefore, I was like, I'm not doing it. And I remember Mother's Day rolled around this year. And, my husband had decorated how we always decorate in the dining room and on the aisle and put the gifts and stuff. And I was like, babe, my period ain't come on. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, it didn't come. He was like, well, it's only the 12th. So, give it some time. Maybe it's late. The same thing he said last time. Remember. So I'm like, nah, if it don't come by tonight, I'm taking a test in the morning. once again. And he was like, alright, do that because it'll ease your mind. I just don't want you to be disappointed or hurt. Like, so take it if you want, but I'm telling you, like, I just don't want, I don't like to see you like that. I don't like to see you go through that. I said, well, I haven't done that in a while, so I'm going to just take it in the morning. I wound up not taking it in the morning. I wound up taking it like 2-3 days later. And when I took it and seen that line, I fell to the floor. Them lines, I fell to the floor like, God, you playing with me. And this is what I said. I looked up, I'm about to cry. I looked up and I said, God, you playing with me, right? So then I ran in my room to get another one. Because I'm like, I'm not about to do this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this go round. This is not what we're doing. I'm here very put no makeup or eyeliner on, y'all. So then I went in my room and I grabbed 3 more because we're going to take all these and make sure like it's right. So I took them in the lines, and I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm about to go out to CVS and get another one because these are the Dollar Tree ones or whatever. So, because I had packs and packs of them from Dollar Tree because why not? I'm like, I'm going to CVS. So I went to CVS and I got 2 boxes of the 2 packs or whatever. Came home, took them, it was lines, and I'm like, God, yo, you play too much, like, nah, this ain't serious. And I remember I was scared to tell my husband because of what we just went through, and I'm like, I wasn't going to tell him till I found out until I was 5 months. I don't know how I was going to keep it a secret, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm not telling him because I don't want to. I'd rather go through this hurt by myself this time. I don't want him to hurt ever again because losing a child or having a miscarriage, I don't know if y'all know, that puts a strain on your relationship and your marriage. Our conversations for a while had went flat. And it scared me. Like, I didn't know if we were going to survive that because we would eat dinner and not talk. We would be in a car and not talking. Or talk, it'll be like one word or where we going, blah, blah, oh. And like, if you don't know how to communicate already, going through something like that, like a loss of a child, it can really hurt. It can hurt both parties. And it can put a strain on that relationship because it really, really did. And it's like, for a while, like, it was like for Christmas last year, I didn't want nothing. I just wanted to be left alone. Like, birthdays we didn't really do nothing. Like, it put a strain on our relationship when we was best friends. We talked about everything. We talked about anything. And it was like when that happened, a part of him broke, a part of me broke, and we kind of like drifted apart, and it was like the conversations wasn't the same no more. And we got back to it because I had to let him know, like, listen, I don't know what's going on with us, but we gotta fix this. So when I found out, I did not want to tell my husband, y'all. I mean, I'm crying because it just bring me back to that scared. I felt like a scared little girl. Like, I did not want to tell my husband. I did not want him to hurt ever again. And because seeing that man hurt, seeing the hurt that was on him, I couldn't see my own hurt. I could only see his hurt. And I didn't want that. I did not want that, y'all. I didn't want to see that ever again. So I was trying to figure out a way not to tell him. But my dumb ass left the pregnancy test in the bathroom. And he came out the bathroom when he came home from work. He was like, so you wasn't going to tell me? And I was like, huh? Sorry, baby H, because he like, mommy, stop crying because I'm having pains right here. Let me stop. Calm down. But this, like, y'all, you don't understand. He was like, so you wasn't going to tell me? Everything okay, little H. And I was like, yeah, I was gonna tell you. I was just trying to wait. He was like, wait for what? I'm like, that was 5 months. He said, how? I was like, I don't know. I was gonna go to the doctor's appointment, everything by myself. I was just gonna wait until I knew for sure that the baby was here to stay. And at that moment, I realized, like, no, because this is a union. This is like, this is us. We can't. I can't. I was about to try to carry this by myself, knowing I'm a big baby. And that was the moment I realized, like, this is God's baby. God sent this baby to me. Fun fact, I forgot to tell y'all about this. So when I lost that last baby, the day after, when I started getting into my word and in my Bible all day, every day, God gave me a name. And no, it's not the name I'm using for my baby because it was a girl name and I'm having a boy. Well, I don't know. It's still under investigation about, because maybe I was delusional making up my own stuff. But anyway, God gave me a name. And it was, I this is the delusional part. I feel like I made up Araya, but he maybe gave me Ara because I looked in the Bible and Ara is in the Bible. And when I was reading the Bible that day, I came across the name. I believe it was Ara. And he said, stop what you're doing. Go write it down. I went and wrote it down. And then he said, come in 2025. Why? When I found out, the day before I found out I was pregnant, I was looking for my daughter's medical card in my desk, in my office. I was looking for her medical card because she had a doctor's appointment. And I was looking for it. I couldn't find her medical card, but I found that paper. Now, like I said, I wrote this down the day after I had that miscarriage. So that was March, 12th? 2024. When I was looking for her medical card, I mean, I was going through all the papers, everything. I found that little piece of paper on a little card that I used for my bridal shower to give to my own bridesmaids and them on their gifts. And it had the name Araya coming, Araya Rain coming 2025. Now, granted, if you look up in the Bible, Arai is in the Bible. Araya is not. So, that's why I said I was delusional, because I wanted a girl so bad. I feel like I made Araya and wrote Araya when it was just Ara. Now, I am not using Ara as the name, like y'all keep hearing me say Baby H. I had to talk to God, and I asked him, and I prayed, and I asked him about this name. We talked about the name, and he answered. He gave me my answer. So, Arai is not the baby's name, as y'all know. I keep saying Baby H. Okay, now fast forward. I found the note or whatever. Took the test, and that's when found out my husband like, so you wasn't going to tell me. Now, from this moment on, as y'all know, I am about to be 6 months. So the videos that y'all will see, because I wasn't scared to tell y'all or scared to show y'all. I was just waiting. Actually, I wasn't waiting for nothing. Let me not even sit here. I was waiting for any damn thing. I wasn't waiting for nothing. I was being, I guess, I say lazy. My husband say pregnant. I wasn't recording. Every time I turned on this camera, I would start recording and then I would stop. Or I would half record a day and then stop. When I say my first trimester, that's a whole nother video. We're going to do another sit down and talk about. Because my first trimester, baby, I thought I was fighting spiritual warfare. And I thought I was trying to be, like, they were trying to take me out of here. Like, when I say, are you hungry? I'm talking. Y'all probably didn't just hear my stomach. But when this little boy be hungry, oh, he show up and show out and be, argh. My son be like, argh, argh. I was at Home Depot. We was talking to the man about doors. And this baby just let it be known he was here. He was so loud. And it's always so daggone loud. Like, yo, why you embarrassing me? Every time I'm out in the stores and he hungry, it be so loud. Like, you embarrassing. Already. You ain't even get here. You showing out. Showing off. But, yes, I am. So blessed. I am so grateful. We did do a gender reveal, and I probably have to put the different, like, the footages together to give y'all a video, because I did a reel, or a yeah, a reel. Because I actually did it on live. I was supposed to do it on live on here on YouTube, but nobody, I was in the room, I was on live for half an hour and nobody came in. So I wound up clicking off and I went to Facebook, where I knew I would get interaction, and that's where we actually wound up doing it at, on Facebook. But it's my Facebook, it's my personal Facebook with like family and friends. It's not my, I don't have a Facebook for Eileen So Unique. I need to probably make one. No, I don't think I did. No. I'm gonna make a Instagram for Eileen So Unique, because I think, I'm not sure, but I'm ready to do this go round and do it right, do it fully. You know, I don't want to give up on anything. I don't want to stop, because this journey is a good one, and I'm happy about it and happy for it, and I want my family, my YouTube family, my YouTube friends to be a part of it. And I started YouTube because I wanted to make an impact, and I wanted to influence people that, like, because I'm a stay-at-home wife and mom with a special needs stepdaughter, a special needs child. I wanted people to see that just to be a stay-at-home mom, you don't have to be always glammed up. You don't always have to have the best house. You don't always have to have the mansions and this, that, and the third. And that was the whole point of me starting my channel. And now it's just like, I just want to tell my story. I just want to show my story. So here we are. Today is September 3rd. Yes. And I am 5.5 months. Sunday, I will start my 6th month. Baby H is healthy. Here go pictures of baby H. Hey, I gotta get up close so y'all can see my boy. Look at my boy. Look at my boy. See my boy. Look at my baby. See that arm? Y'all, see him? That's my baby. Yes, let me see if I can do it for a thumbnail. My little stinkers. And as y'all seen, the belly is nice and round. Let me back up some so y'all can see. See the belly. See the bump? Y'all see the bump? Yeah, this is the bump. Yeah, so we on this journey together now. I think once I post this video, I'm gonna try to edit it today. Today is Wednesday, so I hope I edit it and have it up by Friday. So you guys can get on the page, like get on. It keeps feeling like hair is on my lip gloss. Get on, you know, get on schedule with me, because next week, see, that's crazy because I don't want to say it because y'all not going to get that video, because I just went through my camera when I had to delete a lot of stuff, and it's like 2 whole videos on this camera before y'all see what I'm about to say about next. Well, anyway, next week I go for, you know, 20-week appointment, because I'm 20 weeks, but by next week I'll be 21 weeks. So my appointment is on the 11th. Yeah, I'll be 21 weeks or whatever. But regardless, y'all, baby H is on the way. Just know y'all are invited to the baby shower. If you would like, what is it called? The registry will be in my description or in my bio, wherever I could put it. Y'all know I'm still new to YouTube. If I would have never left, I probably would be further along. But we're not going to do that, because God's plan, God's time, and God's will, right? You know? And just gotta be obedient and do what God tell you to do. God been telling me to tell my story, tell my testimony, and I'm like, nah, I don't want people in my business. And God said, tell your story, because you can help someone. And if it had not been for my father and prayer and faith and I know that we here walk by faith and not by sight, but I am a living testimony to tell you, when you grow in faith and you walk by faith and not by sight, you will win every time. When I say you walk by the grace of God and don't worry about these worldly things and don't live in these worldly things and don't think about these worldly things. When I say, when you get locked in with God, when you get locked in with Christ, baby, you are already winning. You are on your way to victory. When I say, whatever your heart desire, God will give it to you, but he just needs to know that you are faithful, you are locked in, and that he can trust you with whatever that you're asking for. Because how can he give you anything if he can't trust you? To just be faithful to him. You have to stay in faith. You have to stay faithful. God needs faithful servants. And to know that you are locked in with him, 10 toes down, staying true, like all day, every day, and following his will and his way, and living by his commandments, and trying and working. I'm not saying you gotta be perfect. No, you don't, because I'm not perfect. I was smoking cigarettes. If you go on my TikTok, I was fighting the battle. I felt like it was an addiction to cigarettes. Soon as I got pregnant, I found out I was pregnant, I was still smoking cigarettes for a whole month after I found out I was pregnant, because I wasn't taking it serious. And once I realized, like, this can damage my baby, I gave it up. Just like that. Like, literally. I read something on my phone and told me how it damaged the baby's brain, and they can have asthma, this and that. I want my baby to be 100%. I literally never have touched a cigarette since, and here we are. 5 months later, still not touching those cigarettes, not even thinking about them. No, I'm done with that chapter in my life. God will change you. When you give your undivided attention to him, God will change you, and he will work miracles and things that you didn't even know you needed. He will give you things you didn't even know you needed. He will change you in ways you didn't even know you needed to be changing in. Like, it's so, God is amazing. That's all I can say, because every day I wake up and see a change in something, or something new, or something different, I just be like, God, you crazy. I know it's you. God, you good. Like, thank you, God. Because when you believe in your heart that Jesus Christ died on the cross for your soul and for you and for your life, God start changing things in your life. He started moving people, places, and things out your life. Things you didn't even know you needed. Things you didn't even know you wanted. Listen, God, I've been praying, besides for baby H, I've been praying for a new beginning. And God been telling me, it's time to move. It's time to move. And it's like, where to? And it's so crazy, because me and my husband, we was looking in Delaware. Before we found out we was pregnant, we was literally going to go see houses every single weekend in Delaware. That's not it. Then we started going out Montgomery County. That's not it. And it's so crazy, because I told my husband the other day, I said, what you think about Virginia? He said, what? You ain't going to leave Philly. You're not leaving Philly. You're not leaving your family. I said, what? My family could come visit. But I want to be in the country. I want land. I want Harper to have a big play set, swings, slides, sandbox, a jumping gym. I can't get that in a city. I want land. I want space. I want to not share a driveway with nobody. I want to not hear my neighbors run up and down the steps. Because yes, we wanted a single family home. We got a twin. But I want to not be able to hear my neighbor's conversation outside my house. You get what I'm saying? I want to not know when people pull in the driveway because they home. I want to, like, just be at peace. It be our peace. You know what I'm saying? I want just space. And like, I've been talking to God about it, and he said, if you do what I tell you to do, you can have whatever you want. And y'all better thank God. That's the reason y'all getting this video. Because if he ain't tell me that, I wasn't gonna tell my story. Because I didn't want people to judge me. But like God told me, your story can help someone. Your story is your story, and I need you to tell it because it can help people. It can help women just like you. It can help girls like you that don't think they can have the world when they can have it all. But they gotta walk by faith and not by sight. You gotta reject the world and accept God with your whole heart, with all your faith, with all your being. Like, it's nothing like living and walking with Christ. I'm telling y'all, it's really, really not. And I am so grateful and thankful that I went through the things that I went through in life. Like, if I sat here and told y'all my book, my story, I can write a book on it. Because y'all already know I lost my mom at 12. Like, if I sat and really, really told my story, you'd be like, how is she still smiling? How is she still standing? How did she go through these things in life and be so vibrant? Because I am a free spirit. Like, I'm a good soul. Like, I care about any and everybody. I would give somebody my last. I pray for any and everybody. I can look at you and feel your pain. Like, and I used to think it was a curse. I used to be like, God, why you make me so nice? I'm always giving and giving and giving and nobody care about me. I'm always being taken advantage of. I'm always being hurt. Like, when is somebody going to love me? And when is somebody going to be there for me? When am I going to have to not tell people, like, I need help? Or, like, it's like I always have to ask, but people don't have to ask because I can just see it and I can feel it and I can just be there for you. That's just who I am. And now that my husband, now that God has given me my baby, it's like I'm learning that you can't save everyone. For one, I'm not a savior. I am here to lead you to Christ, and you have to want Christ in your life, and you save your, like Christ will save you. I am only a servant of God, and I am here to lead you to Him. I can't make you do anything. I can't make you want anything. I can only tell my story, and you can see through me and want to know Him for yourself. You gotta want to know Him for yourself. Like, you gotta want to have that relationship for yourself. I can't make you do it. I can't make you want it, and I can't make you feel the things that I feel. But you can see them within me and want it. And if you want it, it's yours. You just got to believe it, have faith, and do the work. You got to give up these worldly things. You got to give up these worldly things, though. Surrender your body, your heart, your spirit, and your soul to God. But, guys, that's my story and my testimony. Baby H is on the way. Baby shower will be soon. Stay tuned to watch me grow into a mother, a boy mom. And I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for listening. Peace.